My name is Simone Crivellaro. I'm an assistant professor in minimally invasive urology at the University of Illinois Chicago Medical Center, and I'm also division chief of urology at Mount Sinai Hospital. I use the irrigation system, the Thermodex, for pretty much every endourology procedure that requires pressure. So I use it for, of course, enucleation and morcellation. I use it for ureteroscopy, and I use it for PCNL. I think the main thing that impacted on my case is the possibility for me to titrate the pressure. For example, when I do enucleate, I put the pressure around 75-80 millimeters of mercury, and that allows me to have, as you just said, great visibility, a good irrigation throughout the entire case. But then when I switch to morcellation, I increase the pressure up to 140. That's also an extra benefit, because previously I had to put extra bags for irrigation in order to have enough input during the morcellation. But with this device, I don't need that anymore, which makes the procedure easier. And of course, the alarms that goes off when the bag is almost empty helps a lot the circulator and guarantee for me a continuous steady pressure. Being able to titrate the pressure is not just a benefit, it's very important for the patient as well, especially during the morcellation part, because with this machine what happens is that the machine regulates itself. So when you reach that specific pressure that you wanted, you just stop irrigating, and when the pressure goes down, it starts irrigating again. And that essentially avoids the phenomenon of bladder distension, overdistension that can happen during the morcellation, and if that happens, it will impact the capability of the patient to start voiding again after the catheter is out. Typically with the enucleation and morcellation, a lot of saline is going through the patient, and if this irrigation fluid is not heated, the temperature patient will drop sensibly. So having the ability to heat the irrigation really helps from an anesthesiologic standpoint. I'm using the Thermodex for my enucleation, for my morcellation, of course, for my ureteroscopies, and for my PCNL. For ureteroscopy and PCNL is of great help because I can titrate the pressure, I can irrigate as much as I need in that specific part of the procedure. Typically, for example, for ureteroscopy, if you're working in the ureter, you need a different pressure than if you're working in the renal pelvis or in the calyces. You can also titrate your pressure based on the patient habitus, and on the size of the stone that you're treating. It's a device that is fixing some of the problems that we've been having in endourology. Being able to decide how much your cavity will be pressurized makes a huge difference in endourology in general.
Richard Wolf. Spirit of excellence.